your local dragon lady here. I'm taking a break from doing some deck building for some unpopular opinions. Now, everyone and their mother is talking about Mystic Mine. It's one of the new cards that's being released, and holy moly, does everyone have an opinion about it. Mostly negative. Everyone is saying, oh my god, it's toxic, it's going to ruin the game, we gotta ban it right away, no one can play Yu-Gi-Oh now. And well, I have left comments on other people's videos with my opinion on it, and surprisingly I've been getting positive feedback. So if you must know how I feel about the card is, first of all, it will be banned. Yes, this card is so powerful that I do think there is going to be either an emergency ban for it, or it's definitely going to be limited or outright banned on the next list that's going to come out. If you're not too familiar, Mystic Mine, basically it's a field card, and what it allows you to do is if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, their monsters cannot attack and none of their effects can be activated, which is insane. However, the reason why everyone is saying that this card is unfair, that it needs to be banned, is because of the chain burn deck. This card can basically be activated on the field and you don't need to put any monsters on your field at all. The strategy is that you go first, set your traps, find ways to get Mystic Mine in your hand, which is ridiculously easy. Metaverse is probably one of the easiest ways to get it. But then when your opponent's turn comes and then you activate Mystic Mine, that's it. It's game. You win. All you gotta do is keep activating your chain burn traps and you basically win the game. There's a lot of online matches going on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and there are people who are flat out scooping as soon as they see Mystic Mine being played. Now, is this really fair? Well, no, not really, but at the same time, we're having a very big problem with negate boards. How is that really fair? The way I look at it is playing Mystic Mine is just a way of getting even. I'm almost in the mindset of saying, hey, well, serves you right for having 3+ negates on your board, which I don't think is fair either. You know, you're saying, oh, well, you play Mystic Mine, now I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, how can I play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you have an entire field up that has 3+ negate effects on it? So that's why I like this set so much, because Konami's released a bunch of cards that is allowing people to stand a chance against these strategies, OTK and negate effects. So yeah, my opinion is I like this card. It's going to be banned anyway. I think let's just have some fun for it for the time being until it gets banned. But I'm hoping it will help duelists think a little bit about what this card is really doing in terms of leveling out the playing field. Because if I'm playing a game, it doesn't matter if I go first or second. Well, actually, it's a dice roll format. So if I lose a dice roll and my opponent goes first, they're going to have a field set up with like 3 negates or more. So if I draw a card and activate anything, doesn't matter if it's magic, trap, or monster effect, they'll have 3 or 4 different ways to negate it. And okay, sure, I can respond with something else, but they can negate that. It just keeps going and going. Now, to be fair, I'm not really a meta gamer. I have dabbled in the meta a little bit, but that's when I was playing Blue Eyes, Guard Dragons, Dangers. That deck was insane, but that was mostly because of dark matter, which is why, you know, it's a shame for Blue Eyes players, but the fact that dark matter is banned, I still agree with it because I've gotten 2 of those suckers out on my first turn. So I didn't think that was very fair. So I'm glad that that ability is now taken away. But I'm a firm believer that when you play a game, everyone should play. You should be able to go back and forth. And right now, we're to the point in Yu-Gi-Oh! That the second player is being taken out of the equation. I know that you can play non-meta decks, so there is back and forth, but that's the sad truth of it. If you want to win, if you really want to win and be competitive, yes, you do have to play these cards that can prevent your opponent from playing the game, but I just think it's very unfortunate that it has gotten to this point that Konami has allowed and created cards to get to this point. They're basically creating cards to defeat the current cards that they have. You know, okay, we've created cards that allows you to lock down your opponent from playing their first turn. Well, we're going to play a card that combats those methods to keep you, to keep the other person from playing. So my reaction is this is even Steven, okay? You have a negate board up, bam, I have a way around that negate board. But yes, this will be banned. I agree it should be banned, but in the meantime, I want this card to run wild. I really do. And I don't know, there's a part of me just kind of wants to see the game board burn in a way, but yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun to the reactions to Mystic Mind, how people are terrified of it, but I don't think the fear is going to last that long, either due to an emergency ban list or a next ban list coming out. But in a way, I'm hoping it's getting people to think about what the game has become, how it's taking how it's focusing on one player instead of two of them to be able to go back and forth in a game. So, like an earlier unpopular opinion I had is that, okay, maybe when it comes to the negate boards, maybe there should be a limit as to how many negates you can have. I don't know how that would work, if it can even work at all. But say, like, if you're only allowed to have 3 negates or less on your side of field on your opening turn, something like that, I'm not sure if that could ever be enforced, but it's just a thought experiment I personally have. I don't know. I mean, I do play the locals, though I probably could be competitive. I'm done with that. I am finished. I've gotten, despite the encouragement I've had to be more competitive, I'm done with that scene. I've done it before, and I'm quite content to play casual decks or even stronger casual decks, which I kind of do right now. But I don't know. I mean, everyone seems to be mixed on this card, Mystic Mind. So what do you think? I mean, am I being reasonable about about what I'm saying about this card or in the game in general? Do you think I've gone too far? Or do you think I haven't gone far enough? Do you really think this card should stay unlimited forever? Like, don't get affected by the ban list? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, because this card is dividing a lot of people. So it'd be great to get your input on it. So as always, this is your Dragon Lady. Be a good sport. Play the game, not the fame. See ya. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click on the little bell for notifications. You can also check me out on Facebook. Link is in the description below. Happy dueling!